if you are a motorcycle enthusiast and yet you are not a scooter fan, then I have no clue what's wrong with you. I mean, yeah, I'm sure I've never been like a diehard scooter person or enthusiast. I've never had a scooter that cost me more than $1,000. The biggest and fastest scooter I've ever owned actually only cost me $50. Piaggio BV350. Anyway, I digress. Point being, if you're a motorcycle enthusiast, I ain't saying you gotta go out and buy a scooter. Man, next time you're at the beach, rent one. It makes perfect sense. Like, if I lived not in the middle of nowhere, I would definitely, I don't want to say definitely, I feel strongly that I would own a scooter. It may not be the only form of two-wheel transportation I own, but I would own one as a permanent means of travel. If I lived in more of a city or urban environment and didn't have highway traffic to deal with on my way to work and stuff like that, it would definitely be something that I kept in the stable. For countless reasons. I mean, fuel efficient as can be. The ride's perfectly fine, upright, riding position, super comfortable. Scooters are super nimble because of the short wheelbase and the low center of gravity. They're just super flickable and easy to handle. I probably wouldn't have a 50cc. You know, maybe a Zuma 125 or something would be nice. Something a little more get up and go. Something that could actually get you a ticket. And yeah, I couldn't even get a ticket on the road I'm on now. This is 40 mile per hour county road, and we just clocked myself according to the GPS at 41. So yeah, I'm not even ticket worthy on a 50cc. Now, if you're more urban, 50cc could definitely be, you know, no problem for you. And not only are they super reliable, super efficient, you get dry storage from the factory, and like a lot of it too, especially on something a little bigger. Yamaha S-Max, Yamaha Zuma 125, Honda PCX 150, things like that. A lot more storage under the seat because the body's a little bigger. And, you know, so plenty of storage. Not only do you have plenty of storage, that storage is dry storage and it's lockable storage from the factory. And you can have all of that if you're buying used for, I don't know, $2,000. If you're in the 125 to 150cc market, you might be looking at $2,500 used. And even if you're buying new, that's $3,000 to $3,500. I bought a Yamaha S-Max and was out the door for like $3,400, and then it's the only thing I've ever bought new, but I'm pretty certain the Zuma 125 is like $3,200. And yes, I realize for those few of you that have stuck around for this far of the video, this is just total ramble, incoherent mumbling. But anyway, yeah, if you live more urban, I mean, if I lived more urban, this would definitely be something for me. So, again, if you're just a general motorcycle enthusiast of sorts, but you've never given scooters a chance, and I ain't saying go out and buy one, but I certainly don't hate on them. They've got their place, and it's a good place. You know, it's a good, America is really the biggest market that doesn't use them. I mean, Asia, that's all they use. India, all over Asia. Europe, I ain't gonna say that's all they use in Europe, but I mean, it's a large percentage of what they use. Women, carrying children, going to the dentist, they're on a scooter. Probably less now than 20 years ago, maybe more now. I don't know. Never lived in Europe. But like if you watch some videos of some YouTubers who do RJ Royal Jordanian, watch him. If you just searched it, if you've never seen his stuff, you've probably seen his stuff in viral videos and just not maybe realize that's what or who you were watching. But I mean, just scooters everywhere, and Z125s and Honda Monkeys, and just everywhere. It's a daily thing. But America, we don't touch them. We don't touch them, and about the way we don't touch motorcycles, to be honest. If you were living in America and you were blue collar, there was a good chance you had a motorcycle for no other reason than honest, true transportation, not as a fun toy, because you couldn't afford more, you know. And if you could afford more, it was not a lot more. It was a Model T. You know, it wasn't a Chrysler or Dodge Brothers. It was a Model T. You know, it wasn't a Duesenberg. So the same way I feel like America used to feel about motorcycles is the same way Europe and Asia markets feel about scooters now, and we now feel about scooters even less than we feel about motorcycles. And at one point in time, like I'm saying, 30s and 40s, everyone, it seemed, I mean, I say it seems like as if I was there, but all the research I've seen, all the videos I've watched, all the motorcycle documentary type videos I own and have watched, it definitely was, motorcycles was a lot more common of a thing back in the 30s and 40s in America than it is now. Unfortunately, now I feel like everybody should be into the hobby, and I feel like it maybe shouldn't even be a hobby. You know, I'd love to see people that own a motorcycle and do nothing with it but commute with it. That'd make my day. Cubby holder.